Well, we're going to start out in a different spot than we typically do here as we head into the start of this work week. We're looking at the jet stream this morning. This is what it looks like here into our Monday, and largely what we're tracking is that jet stream is well up into the north, and that keeps things largely pretty quiet, aside from this troublemaker here that we've been tracking really over throughout the weekend, and we're going to be doing it into the start of this work week because we'll set this in motion and all the way into Tuesday, Wednesday. This thing just kind of meanders into the lower Ohio River Valley region and really doesn't make too much headway to the east. There's a reason for that, though, and you may have heard of it off the Atlantic coast. Tropical Storm Arthur kind of holding up that progression from making too far of a push off toward the east. Here's the latest look again this morning at that 7 o'clock advisory, 45-mile-an-hour winds still. This is what it looks like out in Atlantic, North Carolina, and this is probably going to be the story across a good portion of the day here into the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Going to be looking at a little bit breezy, some rain back that direction, but looks like it's going to be staying well away from that hurricane territory with those 45-mile-an-hour sustained winds. But it's effectively going to be holding back our progression of this upper level low pressure system. You can kind of make out that spin back into Iowa, back toward Illinois. There it is right there. And as it continues to meander off to the east, that keeps us on the cool side of things here as we head into this afternoon. So getting us out the door again, we're waking up to those middle 50s. We could even see a few spot sprinkles here really throughout much of the day, but I think a lot of that activity is going to be residing in our eastern counties east of Highway 63 this afternoon. I mentioned we're on the cool side of things and certainly going to be feeling that as we head into that 2 o'clock hour. Only going to be managing those low 60s. Some of us may not even get out of the 50s later on today, places back toward Mexico. But latest look at future tracking. Again, we kind of do this song and dance over the next couple of days as that upper level low pressure system really doesn't make too much headway off toward the east over the next day or two. It's going to be until about later on this week, about Thursday and Friday, before we can kick that off toward the east. But it's going to be replaced by yet another system we're going to be tracking toward the end of this week, and that looks to be a little bit more organized, a little better chances for some rain by Thursday and Friday, and those unfortunately could be spilling over into this Memorial Day weekend. But looks like we are going to try to warm those temperatures back up, maybe a little more sunshine in the mix by the middle of this week. Could be looking at the 80s by Friday and Saturday.